NYC Philly.
Go on. I couldn't take him. I didn't feel like bashing anybody today.
I feel like this is a relatively uneventful game personally because I think that these two are the favorites for their group. I think if anything, if Philly end up winning this game, it just gives them a greater chance of finishing first in the group, but I still see both of these teams going through. So I don't see this as an overly important game. With that being said, both teams are going to be looking to rebound in a better way than they started the two-game season that they had. NYCFC looked bad, so it could only be up from here. And Philly's going to be looking to bring more exciting games like the LAFC game, hopefully. So my players to watch for NYC, I went with Sean Johnson and Abair. And back in the Sacktown live stream, Sean Johnson was my pick for the keeper that's going to have the most clean sheets in the competition. And I still stand by that. He's a great goalkeeper. He's got a decent back line in front of him. And I think that he is going to have to step up and be a big player for them because the way that City's attack looked at the beginning of the season was abysmal. They did not score a goal in MLS. I know they scored in CONCACAF, but in MLS they did not score a goal.
Sorry, just wanted to throw that out there.
So if their attack doesn't get going again, Sean Johnson has to step up if he's going to carry them through past the group stages and then into the knockout rounds. And then Abair kind of tacking on to what I said before, because their attack wasn't good. I mean, that has to be linked somewhat to Abair. Obviously not fully on him, but somewhat. He's their striker. He's their main man. He's got to get himself in attacking positions and finish balls like he did last year. Mm-hmm. And if he starts doing that again, then the attack's going to start looking strong again like they did last year when they were top of the Eastern Conference. So if he can get things going and Sean Johnson can lock it down on the back, then NYC are going to be really dangerous in this tournament. And then on the Philly side of things, one of my picks for one of their big players, this one's a little bit for Adam, Brendan Aronson. I know how much you love him.
I do.
But he deserves it. He is their young attacking, I want to say star, but I feel like he isn't at the star yet, but he will be. And then I also picked Andre Blake. So I think that Brendan Aronson needs to be the focal point for the Philadelphia attack. I think he needs to be that link from the midfielders to the strikers, playing balls into Shabilko so that he can score tons of goals for them. And my biggest thing is, are we going to see Brendan Aronson that played against Dallas and really didn't do anything? Or are we going to see Brendan Aronson that played against LAFC and looked great? So if we see LAFC Aronson, Philly could be looking good attacking-wise. But if we see Dallas Aronson, then there's going to be some question marks. And then Andre Blake, who I know we've talked about a little bit in the past, a little bit of inconsistencies. So what are you going to get from him in goal? With every game being so important, even though I still think Philly have some easy games coming up, you want to grab every point that you can. You can't be having goalkeeper mistakes, so you need Blake playing at his best. So if he is playing at his best, then defensively, they're going to look pretty good, which they need to do better at because they were not good to start the season defensively. But if he's playing poor and playing at like in the beginning of the season, then it's not going to be good for Philly. So based on all of that, my prediction for this game is a 1-0 win for NYC.
All right, you're kicked off. Unacceptable.
How are you going to say they're not good defensively when they
then say they're going to get a shutout?
They have Jacob Glesnes and Andrew's favorite player in front of Andre Blake.
Thank you for not saying this game.
They shipped 5 goals in the first 2 games, and I didn't pick them to get a shutout.
His name's Jack Elliott.
Jack Elliott didn't start the season.
Doesn't matter. Jack Elliott's incredible.
Maybe he's the difference maker, but they let up 5 goals in the first 2 games.
That's because Jack Elliott wasn't there. Captain Jack
Maybe
Elliott.
Maybe it is.
Even if they can't score, Jacob Glesnes is just going to score a 50-yard banger into the top corner again, so it doesn't matter.
That would be unreal.
The thing that interests me in this game is how are these teams going to handle the Southern heat? Both of them being northern teams used to kind of cooler climates. and specifically how is NYC going to handle summer heat on and this is actually all jokes aside, summer heat, first game back after shutdown on an actual size field. Their midfield is going to have probably been training on, small fields because that's all that's available. It will be interesting to see how they come off. But
That's why I feel like it could be a low-scoring game if both teams come out sluggish.
yeah, this thing's either going to be 0-0 or like 5-5. It's gonna be a mess.
Let's hope for a 5-5.
I agree.